All right, so picture this. You're ready for your favorite show, all set, and bam, nothing but a blank screen. Happens all the time, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're caught in the crossfire of a corporate showdown, a channel blackout, and you end up missing out on all the action. Well, that's exactly what went down with millions of DirecTV subscribers when Disney yanked channels like ESPN and ABC.
And let's not forget about the U.S. Open. Can you imagine missing the final because of a contract dispute? Brutal.
Absolutely brutal, but hold on, because guess what? The channels are back. So does that mean viewers won? Well, not so fast, because this deal between DirecTV and Disney, it's way more than just a quick makeup. This is a peek behind the curtain at a power struggle that's changing how we watch TV. And trust me, it's going to impact everyone.
Yeah, this wasn't just a little disagreement. We're talking about over 11 million DirecTV subscribers. They suddenly lost access to some of the biggest channels out there,
Huh.
all because these two giants couldn't see eye to eye.
So let's rewind for a sec for anyone who missed this whole drama. Disney, the powerhouse behind ESPN, ABC, FX, a whole bunch more, they decided to pull their channels from DirecTV. And suddenly, millions of people, we're talking 11 million subscribers, couldn't watch their favorite shows, sports, anything on those channels.
And it wasn't just like missing your favorite sitcom. This was major sporting events, Monday Night Football, the U.S. Open. People were fuming, and understandably so.
And it really highlights the power these companies have, right?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
they control what we watch, how much we pay for it.
It's a big deal.
Whether you're a diehard sports fan glued to ESPN, just a casual viewer who enjoys a bit of ABC, or even if you're all in on streaming, this story matters. This battle is reshaping the entertainment industry right in front of us, and those changes, they're going to hit your wallet and your viewing habits.
Yeah, what we're seeing is a battle for control in a landscape that's changing faster than ever. And this whole DirecTV Disney thing, it's just a taste of what's to come. We're going to see more battles like this as streaming services get bigger and traditional TV tries to keep up.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit. We know this wasn't exactly a friendly disagreement.
Right.
Things got a little, well, heated.
To put it mildly. But what's really interesting here is how both sides played this. DirecTV, for example, they didn't just sit back and take it. They got aggressive, made deals with rivals like Sling, Fubo, to give their customers some options. Smart move, try to keep those frustrated subscribers happy.
Yeah, going through these articles, it's clear DirecTV knew they were in a tough spot. Losing those sports fans, especially with Monday Night Football, that could have been a huge blow. And speaking of huge blows, did you see what Disney demanded? They basically said, we want our channels in 90% of DirecTV homes. That's a power move right there.
It is. It's bold. And it really gets to the heart of Disney's strategy here, this idea of minimum penetration. Think of it like a guarantee that Disney demands they need their channels in a certain percentage of homes to make the deal worthwhile. In this case, it was a whopping 90%. Or the deal just doesn't make as much sense for DirecTV. It's a powerful bargaining chip, gives Disney a lot of leverage in these kinds of negotiations.
So you've got DirecTV scrambling for alternatives, Disney playing hardball. But here's the thing that really struck me. They were both losing money during this blackout. DirecTV admitted they had subscribers jumping ship, and I can't imagine Disney was thrilled about their channels going dark either. It was like a game of chicken, and neither side wanted to budge.
Exactly, and this is what makes the whole thing so significant. It goes way beyond just DirecTV and Disney. The traditional pay TV model is on shaky ground. People are cutting the cord left and right, going all in on streaming, and that has these companies, these giants, fighting tooth and nail to hold on to their subscribers, their revenue, everything. This deal, it wasn't just about a contract. It was about who gets to control how we watch TV in the future.
And speaking of the future, let's get into some of the specifics of this deal because there are some really interesting details buried in there. One thing that jumped out at me was how DirecTV can now offer Disney streaming services, Disney, Hulu, ESPN to their customers. So bundles are back, but with a streaming twist. It's like we're coming full circle in a way.
It is kind of wild, isn't it? For years, it was all about cable companies battling streaming services. And now they're like, okay, fine, let's team up and offer these packages. This deal is a big win for Disney. It lets them reach a ton of new viewers through these bundles. It's all about adaptation.
And it gets even more interesting when you think about Disney's plan to launch a standalone ESPN streaming service. This deal lets DirecTV offer that to their customers too. It makes you wonder, is this the beginning of the end for cable as we know it? I mean, I used to have a million cable channels, and now I'm all about streaming. Feels like everyone's making the switch these days.
It's definitely a sign of the times. Disney is setting the stage for a future where streaming is king, especially for those powerhouse brands like ESPN. This DirecTV deal, it's a big step in that direction.
But here's the thing, though. There's always a but. This whole agreement, it seemed pretty chummy on the surface, but reading through these articles, some parts were a little, well, vaguely threatening. Like, DirecTV was throwing around some serious legal jargon, implying that Disney wasn't exactly playing by the rules. They even mentioned the FCC. And for those who don't speak fluent legalese, that's the Federal Communications Commission, the big dogs who regulate broadcasting. Bringing them up is a pretty big deal, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. That little detail, it suggests this whole fight isn't really over. DirecTV, by even mentioning the FCC, is basically saying, hey, Disney, we're watching you. Don't get any funny ideas about abusing your power. They might have their channels back on, but the battle for who controls the future of entertainment, well, that's far from settled.
So we've got this whole corporate chess match going on, legal threats in the background. It makes you wonder, where does that leave us, the viewers? I mean, are we going to end up with more choices, better prices, or is this just the same old corporate fight with a new paint job?
That's the million-dollar question, right? On the one hand, you could say this deal with all the streaming bundles and new packages, it gives us more options. But on the other hand, it shows just how much power these companies still have.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to keep us happy with these shiny new streaming toys. But at the same time, they're tightening their grip on the whole entertainment world. And this whole thing with ESPN potentially going totally streaming, that's a big deal. It makes you think about the future of sports.
Totally. If ESPN goes all in on streaming only, will that finally break the hold cable has on sports? Or will it just create a new kind of monopoly? Instead of fighting over cable packages, we might be stuck subscribing to a whole bunch of different streaming services.
It's like, pick your poison, right? And neither option is all that appealing. I remember when I only had a couple of streaming services. Now it feels like I'm paying just as much as I did for cable.
And that's exactly why we're doing this deep dive. These trends, these power struggles, they affect all of us. They determine what we watch, how we watch it, how much we pay. It might seem like just another corporate squabble, but it's important to pay attention. We need to understand what's happening and how it might affect us down the line.
Couldn't agree more. So there you have it, a look inside the world of TV deals where billions of dollars are at stake and these giants are battling it out. And as viewers, we're caught right in the middle. The big takeaway here, keep an eye on this stuff because it's shaping the future of how we entertain ourselves. Who knows, maybe our next deep dive will be figuring out how to navigate this whole streaming world without going broke.